our next speaker is...
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Barra O Muiri. I'm a primary school teacher. I teach in Gaelscoil Forest Nifa in Crossman. It's an Irish medium unit of St Patrick's Primary School. We're quite a large one. We have 108 pupils, we have 5 teachers. And I'm just going to talk to you about an idea that's sort of been shared among friends on NIL chat. And it's the concept of using Edmodo to help children along in primary school. Just wanted to begin by just explaining in my own context. In Irish medium, we teach the curriculum through the medium of Irish, obviously, which leaves us with an extra subject. If you like, we teach English on top of everything else that we teach. We're left with teaching English literacy, Irish literacy, English reading, and Irish reading, all during the course of a week. So you can imagine sort of the stress and sort of at times the timetable issues that come up in a primary school. I got speaking to colleague Chanel McCrink in St Peter's Barra, and through the ideas of the flipped classroom being shared by my brother Barra O Muiri, I sort of came up with the concept of using Edmodo to encourage children to use to do their writing at home, and to sort of scrap the idea of homework as it was, and to encourage the classroom and my teaching to go on at home as well. As well as the homework area, we encourage the children to sign up to Weebly, which is our class website. You see along the top of loads in Irish, the aim of this website is to give a forum to the pupil to discuss class topics and improve their ICT skills. We've got home links, a search facility, we've got an Irish dictionary there, we've got a Rhyme Shop blog, and that's the Year 7 blog, and we've got links to the teacher. I put up my spellings on it. I tell them to practice their reading, their times tables. I currently do the 9 times tables. And you'll see there, the number 4 is general task for Edmodo, to complete your task with Edmodo. Those of you who haven't seen Edmodo before, it just looks like this. It can be accessed through www.edmodo.com. I sign up with my email, my password, and I see this. It's a completely secure learning platform where the kids get a password to go into our class forum. Nobody can access it from without using our password. Practically, on a Monday we come into school, I tell the children what we're going to be writing in class, or a bit of creative writing for the week. We do a 1 week in Irish and 1 week in English. The children go home on a Monday night. They write the first draft of their literacy. What they used to do in class on a Monday, and take up to about 40 minutes of working in silence with a pen and paper and writing, and then I would be bombarded at the end of the day with 20 pieces of writing, marking it, assessing it, giving it back to them. They would write it again on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'd mark it again, give it back to them. You maybe come up with a final piece on Friday. Everybody's sort of under pressure, everybody's sort of time bound. With this, what I like about Edmodo is that I'm giving the children and the parents the opportunity to sit down at home and to talk about what they're doing in school. In the Irish medium setting, when a child enters after like a year or it's great for parents. Parents love it. We've made a conscientious decision to send the children to Irish medium education, to sit down with their children and to teach them the basic phonics and to teach them how to pronounce the words. When it gets to maybe year 4 and 5, the words become too much for the parents. They don't know what the words mean. They don't know how to pronounce them. So that sort of intimacy of sitting around the kitchen table and doing your homework with the children is lost. Now, from listening to parents and from taking feedback from our parents, we're sort of always looking at ways of how we can improve that link and involve parents in their children's learning. Part of our school development plan is improving writing in Key Stage 2. This definitely ties in with this. And again, we're aiming to improve children's ICT skills. The children post this to me on a Monday evening. I get a bing on my iPad. I flick through my iPad. I jot down a quick note from the first guy's Harry. I note Harry, maybe punctuation, maybe some of your spelling. I sit down with Harry the next day. where I should have maybe explained it at the start. Our school has invested heavily in iPads. We have an iPad per child in our school. So we'll sit down with the iPads, we go on Edmodo, I'd sit down with the child in the time that I wouldn't have had before this, because the child wouldn't be sitting writing. I can sit down with his work, go through him, show him better examples, show him where he's going wrong. At the end of the week, the children will, sorry, I'll go back. At the end of the week, at the top there you see assignment. So the children will send this in to me on a Thursday night or on a Friday, and then gather in the assignments. So you see there along the top, the first one was writing a biography. There's 17 children turned it in. More recently, this week's assignment in English, it is my sense of place. Again, the 17 of them had turned it in. I then have the facility to mark or to grade the children's work. Now again, with everything, with the aim of trying to encourage each child to be awesome and for each teacher to be awesome, we try and keep the marks fairly high. So an excellent, outstanding piece of work that's flawless, you might give a 10. A piece of work that just, pretty good, pretty good effort, we give a 9. And a piece of work maybe that you think there could be a wee bit of improvement, this is the way I do it anyway, I give an 8, and I give that feedback to suggest how they could get to a 9 the following week. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like to me on a Friday. I don't expect you to read that. This guy was 10 out of 10 last week for writing about his sense of place. At the bottom, you've got the little icons along the first one might be outstanding, the second one might be awesome, rock and roll or something. It's a user-friendly language for the children. I've written here, especially my car, especially good piece of work. I love your writing style that you've used here. It's very poetic, and it's like the poet Michael J. Murphy that we're writing about. Well done. For next week, the second we'll be thinking of our effective use of adjectives. So be Ray. The children then, have the whole week. They are very, very enthusiastic with this. The parents become very enthusiastic with the fact that their children aren't sitting at home writing and writing. Our children love doing homework now, whereas before maybe I was sitting home pages and pages. I didn't like that. I didn't like having to mark it either. My children are skipping home. They're sending this to me at 4:20, at 5:05. They're all bigging into me. Some of the pupils, some of the feedback that we get from the pupils, which is tying into every single grade school and together towards improvement and everything. It's what the pupils can get out of this. When the pupils are using terms like being in charge of their own learning and self-correcting and using peer assessment, sitting with their mate on an iPad and maybe suggesting how they can improve it, I think we're maybe heading in the right way. So, folks, Edmodo is the way forward.